Yeah, and I think that risk element, to touch on just the compliance side of things, because there's been a lot of compliance and legislation around financial processes is always changing. It's always developing. There's always new things coming about, and over the last 20 odd years, there's definitely been a large amount of development in that area. And it's also, I think, looking at how these technologies support with maintaining compliance automatically, rather than relying on an individual or individuals in an organization to maintain that compliance. And from the financial aspect or the accounts payable aspect, systems like this supporting with that, reducing the risk. I mean, in your experience, have you seen a lot of change in that specific area?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's probably another way of helping and accelerating what we're seeing in the market right now. I remember when we were first having document management discussions to become a compliant organization, I seem to recall that we had to, or the customer had to get in touch with the tax office and have somebody come in, investigate the system, and then give them a piece of paper to say, yep, you're okay. You can now use this to store your invoices. Yeah. And you can get rid of the pieces of paper. Yeah. Whereas now it is an accepted form of working. And so long as we do have a compliance system, then absolutely auditors and the like are going to be very happy with the documents being stored in this way. Yeah. And we don't have to go and jump through the hoops of filling forms in and getting people to site.
Yeah, and I guess worth noting as well that not every system necessarily is a compliant system. There are lots of other products out there that can be, but it's all about, I guess, how they're built, how they're structured, how they're worked into the organization.
Compliance can come in all different forms as well, but as first and foremost, you're absolutely right. We could give an application and say this is a compliant application, but actually, often it's the configuration of that application that brings the compliance. I always say the most obvious example I could give is I give you a compliant document management system, but you and 10 other people are all using the same username and password and signing invoices off and looking at invoices. Then where is the compliance in that? An auditor's not going to have that clear audit trail.
Yeah, and I think we were talking off camera previously a few weeks ago about there's certain countries, I think like Germany has a compliance list of products that can be used. I wonder if obviously something like that may come about in the UK at some point. I guess just to help give a bit of guidance on it.
There's lots of legislation or lots of processes are being introduced, particularly in Europe. So like e-invoicing and having certain data formats all being standardized across the country. So I think Spain, Italy are seeing this kind of impact. So it might be a case that does the UK adopt something like that in the future? If they do, we've already got platforms that are doing that Europe-wide anyway.
Yeah, and I mean, do you think it's likely the UK is going to adopt something like that, or are there other trends that you perhaps think maybe the UK is going to end up adopting or implementing in the next few years?
That's a very good question. I don't think anybody could actually put their
well, I was hoping you brought your magic ball today and you were going to predict the future for us.
I think the beauty of it is so we've got global cloud-based products, which have got feature sets not that are just UK facing, but they're globally facing. So it doesn't really, in the sense of if something was introduced, we're able to help businesses because it's going to be brand new to an organization. It could be a lot more complicated when people first start to get their heads around these things. So, but we've got expertise that we can call on. We've got applications that can already process this kind of information quickly and easily.